Welcome to the You Choose podcast. We're so glad you're here. Please take a moment, pause this podcast right now, and share it with someone you think would find this podcast interesting. We would really appreciate it. Please go to uchoosepodcast.com. That's the letter U, choosepodcast.com, and find the different ways that you can connect with us and how you can be part of the live event. And without further ado, let's get into the adventure you choose. We're live and in color.
It doesn't get more live than this.
Oh, Jesse, I see what you did there. SEA.
There we go.
Yes. Well, speaking of submarines, we are going back to a book. So to recap, we're going to go back in time so we can flash back here.
Woo!
Last time on our show, we went through this book last time. So we go through these books twice. And when we get to decision point, we don't let you choose this time, the first decision. So we take that away. Sorry.
Can't trust you.
Yeah. We want a different story this time. So when we get to the first decision point, we'll go the other direction so that we can get a different story. And so that's how we'll do this second round. And if this is your first time listening to the show, thank you. What we do is we go through these old books. Speaking of 80s, we go through these 80s children's books. And when we get to decision point, you can chime in the chat if you're watching live and help direct the show.
When you would read a choose your own adventure book, more often than not, if you were trying to remember where you left off, you'd leave your finger in one of the spots where you were so you could quickly turn back to it. Think of the following episode as a proverbial finger holding your space so that we can prevent us from repeating the first decision.
Exactly. That's what we're doing. So this one is by Richard Brightfield, The Phantom Submarine, number 26 in the series. So we're pretty early on. And like last time, this one came out in 1983. So 40 years ago, Eddie.
40 years ago. 40 years ago, I was a cool 6 years old.
You're probably reading one of these books.
Oh, I definitely was. 6. I was already, God, was I in second grade? I started kindergarten early. I was one of those kids. Yeah, I think I was getting into second grade.
Wow. Time flies.
Had He-Man, had my He-Mans.
My He-Mans. Got those He-Mans.
My first He-Man in 1984.
Ooh. All right.
Nothing says 80s like a psychic submarine.
Exactly. All right. So we're going to go get started in this one. I'll get started, and then Eddie will take over when we get to the first decision here. It's late afternoon, just about the time your father is due home from work. You're sitting in the living room reading a book when the pages begin to blur. Your head begins to buzz. Strange images swirl before your eyes. Two large forms appear to collide. You can't make out exactly what they are, but they could be cars. Then the images fade and the page is clear again. Suddenly, there's a screech of brakes in front of your house and then a loud bang. You run to the window. A car has smashed into the front fender of your father's car just as he was turning into the driveway. Your father isn't hurt. Somehow, you already knew that he wouldn't be. Several days later, you're going down one of the stairways at school when your head begins to buzz again. You see a falling image. You guess what it is. Watch out, you cry, but the student is already falling. At dinner that evening, you tell your parents about your experiences. I've heard that one of the professors at the university is trying to make a scientific study of just this sort of thing, says your father. I think the professor's name is Conroy. Tomorrow.
Yes.
Yeah, Conroy. Can't get any better than that.
Wasn't that the name of that, like, Mr. Roboto? Like, no, what was that? Kilroy.
Kilroy. That's right. Kilroy. Yes. Yeah, you're right. Tomorrow I'll give him a call and maybe you could.
I'd be remiss if I didn't plug StreamYard, by the way. We just got like a spam comment. I got a paragraph.
I saw
from
that.
Someone basically being like, what are you recording on? What are you using? Here you go. You got to do something else. We use and love the online platform StreamYard, for all your delicious video podcasting needs. Don't go anywhere else. What are you doing? Playing games?
Don't do that.
StreamYard, everybody.
Yes. Go to StreamYard and use the promo code Uchoosepodcast for 10% off.
Ooh, there you go. We should work that out with these guys.
Just kidding. Don't do that. Anyway.
Get nothing.
Nothing. You get 0%
You get
off.
nothing.
And you'll like it. Tomorrow I'll give him a call and maybe you can meet him. A few days later, you find yourself seated in Professor Conroy's office. We call this phenomenon ESP, the professor tells you, which is short for extrasensory perception. It's a very rare ability. Some people with ESP can see into the future, while others are able to move or bend objects with their minds. You seem to know when something is about to happen. 3 weeks have passed since your talk with the professor. You're sitting in your room when you have that feeling again that something is about to happen. An image of something flying forms in your mind. A few seconds later, you hear a helicopter flying toward your house. It swoops low over the house and lands on a vacant lot nearby. There's a knock at the front door. This is followed by a lot of talking. Now your mother is coming up the stairs. Professor Conroy and some other men are here to see you, she says. When you go downstairs, you find the professor seated on the sofa. He gets up to greet you. 2 men are standing stiffly next to him. Something about them spells military, or perhaps FBI. One of the men steps forward. We're sorry to bother you, the man begins, but we're here on an urgent matter. We work for a special government agency. Some time ago, we alerted all of the ESP researchers to be on the lookout for especially gifted subjects. There is a chance that you are the person who can help us work on a very special assignment. We would appreciate it if you could come with us for a couple of days to take a few tests. Is it all right if I go, you ask your mother? You can go if you really want to, she replies, but think it over carefully. I have my own feeling that there is much more than these men are telling us. All right, here is our decision. Well, the decision we had last time. If you agree to take the test, go to page 5. If you decide not to take the test, go to page 10. So last time we went to page 5. We went with them. So this time we're going to go to page 10.
This time, no tests are being taken.
We don't need tests.
We trust no one.
We don't need no stinking tests.
We don't need no stinking tests. And you're a boomer move, by the way. I'm 9 years old. Hey, Mom, you're entrusted with my safety and well-being. What should I do? Whatever you want, kid.
Whatever
I
you
don't
want, son.
care.
Yeah. You're a big boy now. You're 9.
You've been married and divorced. You got children already and support payments. You don't need to get my permission.
Alimony and child support.
Your mother may be right. There could be more to this than meets the eye. What is this, Transformers?
Oh, it's a Transformers crossover.
I don't think I want to do this right now, you said psychically. But this may be vital to your country, and you are refusing to help us? Says one of the men, getting red in the face with anger. Hair trigger right there. Red flag, by the way.
He's triggered.
And you're like, I knew you'd say that. I knew you'd be in a bad mood.
I knew you'd get out of control.
I think it is time for you gentlemen to leave, your mother says, in a rare form of advocacy for her child. I'm on like an anti-boomer rant. I got to be careful.
Yeah.
Next page. The red-faced man suddenly steps forward and grabs you by the arm. If you don't want to come with us voluntarily, we'll just have to make you. There's the
Jeez.
Sorry.
Wow.
Just take it. Now we're just going to kidnap you.
Yeah, now we're just kidnapping in front of our parents.
Turn to page 21. Now it went from ESP submarine to you are kidnapped.
Yeah.
Professor Conroy and the other man quickly step in to pull him away. We're really sorry about this, says Professor Conroy. We've all been under a lot of strain. Some of us are at a breaking point. If you should change your mind about the tests, please contact me at the university. Professor Conroy and the 2 men walk over to the helicopter and take off. You'll always wonder what they really wanted from you. The end.
Or wait, it's more like
we
this.
Didn't die.
Well, we didn't die.
True. I mean, by all accounts, by all of our Uchoos standard criteria, we didn't die. You know, we're
Al's
still
disappointed.
Psychic. We didn't lose any of that. I don't know. I think it's a win.
It is a win.
It's short.
Just short.
This is a classic choose your own adventure type situation. This is exactly what it's like. Oh, you wanted to not do the thing we wanted you to do? Now the story's over, kid.
Yeah.
Story's over.
See what happens when you don't go with the men from the FBI.
You see, you see what happens? I think being trafficked counts the same as death. I know we didn't get trafficked. We're all right. They stepped in.
We didn't anything. But see, that's why we put our fingers in the spot and we go back.
And go back.
But we
not
did.
This time around. This is your crappy ending.
This is your crappy ending. This is the crappy ending podcast.
Well, I tell you what, from my experience, the next book we got coming up, that sucker is
it's a humdinger.
Is a read.
I remember, Eddie, you always mentioned that these books seem to always try to get in an alien bend into it, and they do eventually. They always work in the alien somehow.
Oh, in the Choose Your Own Adventure books?
In the in Choose Your Own Adventure books, yes.
Oh man. I would say unequivocally, and this is where you could tell the people who like created these books, they were into like ancient alien theory.
Yes. Oh yeah.
Like metaphysics. They were just excited. They were hippies. Because it's like, I would say, I bet you solid, like 75% of the books have aliens.
They have at least one alien storyline every time.
Yeah.
Yeah, at least. Every single one of them. At least 70%.
I think when they're sitting in the writer's room at these Choose Your Own Adventure brainstorming things, they have a whole thing. They go, if you ever hit a weird snag, aliens.
Yeah, always. When in doubt, go aliens. We don't care how.
Friends' backs are for stabbing.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
When in doubt, aliens.
And windows, things you throw grenades through.
Right. Oh, and also never just have, if you're gonna have a cowboy, always make it a ghost version of that thing.
Yes. Yep. You're right.
It's a cowboy ghost, and then you're like, oh, that's even more scary.
Well, and when you're in space, everything gets space bag, space bowling ball, space hair clippers.
Without a doubt, space everything.
Yeah. Space fork.
Does you let out a space sigh?
So, Eddie, when you eat food with a space fork, does it taste better?
Well, yeah, but you can't eat Earth food with your space fork. You know, it's like busting out your camping gear. You can't like just crank out like your camping fork and spoon and eat normal meals with that. That's just weird.
You can't do it. It won't work. All right. Well,
and I do love Jesse's comment. When in doubt,
hologram chimp. Yeah, that's true. Yeah. Okay.
If I just had to murder a bunch of sentient chimps in a hallway with a pocket knife and a baseball bat, but then it turns out they were all holographic chimps, did I even commit murder?
Did I really commit murder?
Yeah. Am I even a Choose Your Own Adventure hero if I didn't at least kill one great ape with a with a souvenir baseball bat?
The baseball bat or a knife.
I swear. We should, and this is where we talk about this. I would love to do this, to pen our own, it'd have to be short, but a short Choose Your Own Adventure book where we work all the tropes in.
Aliens. Yes, got to have aliens. Stabbing people in the back.
Murder.
Chimp murders.
Friend betrayal.
We always have our microscope with us, a pen light, kind of the accoutrement. Our shirt is always tucked in.
Always tucked in. You can't even start the adventure if you don't have a pair of tailored jeans with your t-shirt, with your velour shirt tucked into your belted jeans.
Corduroys. Remember corduroys.
Got to be corduroys. Either corduroys or jeans that have the patch over the knee that's so stiff
patches
that
over the knees.
You hear it like crunch like metal. You're like, ooh.
Oh, Gerald says we got to do it.
Gerald will be first in line, man.
Yes.
I think it'd be so good.
It would be.
It's like, and there's no internal monologue. So you're like, you just made a new friend. Which one do you betray? Sally? Or what was the other guy? Was it don't be a what? What was that guy's name?
Don't be a John or something like that. Or I'll have to go back. I can't remember the guy.
Chad. What was his name? Don't be a
Kevin or something like that.
something. It was so good.
Yeah. Oh yeah, and Paul says
Todd.
multiple correspondence class certificates on the back wall. Yeah. Yep. Got to have that.
Yep. Yeah, Paul's on it.
Yeah, we don't. You're right. We don't have inner monologue as we're just thinking. They're right in front of us, and we're just saying, "Huh? Should I kill Sally, or should I kill Kevin over here? I don't know which one I should do."
Kevin's trust and then betray him, or should I just push Sally in front of the train? We're right here.
You're right
here.
here.
Yeah, I know. But I took a correspondence course and not having an internal monologue.
See, just pointed. Ding.
Ding. Not having an internal monologue.
Well, oh man. All right. Thanks for the brainstorm session there. All right. So this is Operation Mindbender, the Find Your Fate books, which are the GoBots of the Choose Your Own Adventure world.
They really are.
They really are.
We're not even being mean. That's just real. That's just straight talk right there.
They did several of them. They just grab an IP and go. R.L. Stine wrote this long before his Goosebumps series. 1986.
All of those knockoff books, they were just hanging outside like the trash can of the Choose Your Own Adventure office, and they were just grabbing whatever storylines they threw away.
Yes.
And they're like, quick, slap some G.I. Joe on this sucker and
this
get
is
some
gold.
Star Trek on.
So they just go through the trash at night outside the Choose Your Own Adventure headquarters, and
you'll see what we mean. But this is the classic when they're like, okay, so what we noticed is they got the kids turning pages. What we'll do, instead of having 30 endings, we're going to have 4, and we're just going to have the kids going all over the book like they think they got a choice. I'm like, this is like real life.
Yeah.
Like this at all.
This is not what I thought.
This isn't Goosebumps. This is Duck Pimples. Yeah, exactly.
The executives don't care. We got our $2.99.
Right. It's like, don't be afraid of the dark. Do be afraid of fluorescent light bulbs, because this is what we got. And it's like, oh gosh, that Star Trek one was great. Remember that Star Trek one where it was like,
that was actually pretty good.
Crushed under a rock.
Your hand just hanging out outside the rock as William Shatner's like, oh well, another red shirt.
Now, another hallmark of the knockoff books. Choose Your Own Adventure books had usually pretty good art on the cover, but it all maintained a certain kind of like aesthetic. You had the frame.
Yes.
You had like monochrome, not monochrome, but like earth tone rainbows. You know, a lot going on. The knockoff books were like, we're going to blow these little kids' brains with the most amazing cover art you've ever seen.
Yes.
We're going to put the G.I. Joe logo on top. We're going to have Dr. Mindbender with his monocle on there, just going crazy. By the way, only in G.I. Joe world did these... Could you imagine like signing up for the military?
Yeah.
And then showing up with the Dr. Mindbender outfit on? Like, what?
Here's our drill sergeant is Dr. Mindbender.
I signed up for the Marines and I showed up with a monocle and a cape and a metallic codpiece. What could go wrong?
Yeah. But you're right. The art, you have the explosion in the background. You got the soldiers at the bottom there. And then you got Zartan with his gun. And his...
You got Zartan. By the way, again, Zartan with the aluminum tank top.
Yes.
Complete with like burlap hoodie.
And like, what are those chaps like on his thighs there? Like steel chaps or something?
Oh, yeah. Those are the knee pads I was talking about. Those are just a pair of blue jeans. Look at that. He's got blue jeans, and his mom is like, "You're gonna rip the knees." And so she made like thigh pads out of like a Chrysler's bumper and put them on there. And he's like, "These jeans will never wear out for you, Zartan. Go out there and kill those Joes."
She took like her cookie tray and like bent it and put it around his legs.
Exactly. She had the cookie tray and she just like bent it over his legs.
Bent it over.
Now those jeans will never wear out. Al knows.
Al
Mom
knows.
putting them in those jeans for like not the little kids. Like, here, you'll never bust through these with these metal thigh pads.
Oh, Al made a good point. G.I. Joe kills at the book fair. I guarantee you. Yeah, this book. $2.25 back in 1986. Kids were just picking that up right and left.
Oh, dude, when you got the Scholastic Book Fair catalog and you saw this sucker, by the way, they had the wherewithal. They had their Choose Your Own Adventure books, and then around the radius of those, they had these. They were like, well, we'll put them together, but we're not gonna, intermingle them or anything. But yeah, these books, anything that was remotely a hot like commodity in the 80s, I don't recall them doing a He-Man version of these though.
No, I don't think I've found one. I've scoured the internet for any different IPs, and yeah, G.I. Joe and Disney had a bunch of them. Transformers, Zork. We did the Zork one. I mean, there's a lot of knockoffs, but you're right.
Hasbro was like, "We'll do it, man," but Mattel was like, "No, we have dignity. We're gonna do a cartoon and a comic book that don't line up.
We're not gonna sink to that level. We're not gonna money grab."
We're not in it for the money.
Yeah, I hate it when people
to Extendar.
Yes, Extendar.
Like, oops. Did we make an extendable E-Mans?
Yes. Oh man.
I know. Look at that. Exactly, Jesse. There's a missed opportunity. You have the power. I mean, could you imagine like a He-Man choose your own adventure book?
It'd actually be pretty good, honestly.
I think so.
Yeah,
so many dang characters that could have gone crazy with it.
Oh yeah. Yeah, Gerald. Yeah, I did see the Stranger Things. Yeah, I know about that. I need to pick one up. I just haven't done it yet.
We should get one of those and do it live.
Yeah, I'll have to check it out. I'll try to make sure I get a hold of that.
We're getting up on the holidays. We should
yeah. All right. Speaking of holidays, it's time to start our holiday with Dr. Mindbender.
Let's get in there.
All right, let's skip the Yo-Joe
part.
I'll
start this sucker off here, huh?
So skip the Yo-Joe part and just go to page and see, like here. So you get into the interior artwork and it's just this black and white drab.
Oh yeah.
I mean, not that the interior art in the Choose Your Own Adventure book was that awesome, but like you said, it has consistency. What you see on the cover is what you're going to see in the book.
Oh yeah. No, here it's like we gave a guy a piece of charcoal and a brown paper bag, and we said, "You got 3 minutes to draw something. Go."
Yes.
Here we go. Oh.
Page 1.
Here we go. Slap. The sound causes you to drop your sniper rifle. Instantly, you grab it up from the marshy ground. You spin around, finger on the trigger, to see what made that slapping sound. Relax, Commando, Leatherneck tells you with a frown. That was just me slapping a mosquito. You're a little nervous, aren't you?
Ooh.
Sure, I'm nervous, you admit, lowering the rifle. By the way, we're not 9 years old in this. Or maybe are we? We are 9 still.
Oh, we are 9. Oh, for sure. Yeah. We're going to give a 9-year-old a rifle. That's for sure.
Your rifle's longer than you are. You peer through the tangled forest of trees. We've been in this island for 4 hours, and all we've seen are mosquitoes. And where are Airtight and Beachhead? The worst G.I. Joe names ever.
Yes.
They were supposed to scout up ahead and then report back. Why aren't they back? We should put our back counter up again. That's 2 backs already.
That's right. That's 2, right?
That's 2 backs. Leatherneck scowls and wipes the sweat from his thick mustache. You want my opinion? No, you say, grinning, but I'm sure I'm going to hear it anyway. We have the gnarled world weariness of a 9-year-old.
We are.
Who was in Vietnam.
In Vietnam at 9.
And I agree. Al's right. Snow Job was the worst name.
Yeah.
Leatherneck ignores your joke. He always does. I think Hawk is getting soft in the head now that they made him a big shot general. I think he sent us to this stupid mosquito trap as land for island by the way. Island for nothing. Turn to page 6. We're already hopping around.
Yeah, we are.
A beautiful red macaw soars from a tree limb above your heads. The rhythmic flapping of its wide wings is the only sound to break the stillness in this South Pacific island forest. That's a good paragraph. Good job, R.L. Stein.
That is not too bad. Yeah.
You know the official word, you tell Leatherneck. Army spy planes picked up signs of some sort of military activity on this island. Maybe Cobra is up to something. Ooh. Maybe it isn't Cobra. It's all caps. I gotta,
Yeah, you gotta enunciate it.
Hawk thought it was important enough to send us here to check it out. Leatherneck scowls again. It is the natural expression of his face, because he's a curmudgeon.
Old man, shouting at the clouds.
Yeah, exactly. You kids. Leatherneck scowls again. It's the natural expression of his face. You realize you've never seen this tough old Marine smile. He can't smile. He had his smile muscles removed back in 72.
Doctor took him right out. I told him, take him out.
Took him out. It's wasted time. Hawk just wants to impress the cigar chompers in D.C., he says, frowning, as if this man doesn't chomp cigars, by the way.
Yeah, he does.
Maybe they'll pin another shiny star on his chest if there's room. Is he saying he's got a tiny chest or a lot of stars?
I'm trying to figure
out which one.
Yeah, which is it? Tiny little chest. There's no room.
Little chest like this tiny?
Yeah.
Hey, Leatherneck, you say. You're not bitter, are you? As if a 9-year-old knows what bitterness is.
Yeah.
He glares at you. Bitter? Kid, listen. I was born sucking lemons.
That's awesome.
Tell your mother we're sorry.
That
sounds painful. You start to reply, but you hear other sounds. Hit the ground, you tell him. Someone's coming. Turn to page 52.
52.
See, they're doing the gimmick. You got to hop back to the book.
The gimmick. Yes, this is the gimmick they came up with.
It's like, I got to turn all the way to the back. This feels like decisions.
How am I going to decide?
52. We haven't made our first choice yet. Hold up.
The argument in the chat is over Chuckles. Is Chuckles the worst code name? I don't know.
Was there a G.I. Joe named Chuckles?
Yeah.
Why was he called Chuckles?
I don't know.
Is it because he threw things? Was he like throwing things left, like chucking thing, like
I don't know. I do remember the character. He wasn't in the movie
his
though.
His name was Chuckles, and he tried to be funny. If that was if that was the thing, then I'm going to minus. And I have right here a shipwreck. I'm no G.I. Joe, but look at this. See, look at that. Within arm's reach
is a shipwreck. Here you go.
Here's
Chuckles. Here's Chuckles.
Oh no.
Yeah, I remember him. Yeah, he like his Hawaiian shirt. Yeah.
Why was he called Chuckles?
Debuted in 1987. Philip P. Provost. Sergeant E5. His first exposure. Wow, he's got a Chuckles is naturally likable, which made him well suited for his undercover operations.
Undercover with a Hawaiian shirt you'd never forget.
Huh. I remember seeing him in the show. I just never
he's like a mustacheless Magnum PI.
Yeah, there you go. He's a blonde, no stash Magnum PI. Yep.
You can't take off the mustache off of Magnum PI, by the way.
Yeah, you don't do that. That's like stepping on.
I would put forth maybe the coolest G.I. Joe one was remember Outback?
Huh. Oh, was he the Australian guy?
Yeah, he was like the Australian like ginger dude. Just ripped in his white. All he wore was like a white T-shirt, and he's just like, he's like fist fought alligators. It was fun.
G.I. Joe.
Well, there we go. We could put a vote up at some point. Which is the worst G.I. Joe name, and then give some choices here.
Here we go. Yeah. So this is the redhead guy.
He's got a red beard. You want to mess with that guy?
Red hair. Just has survive on his white T-shirt and like army fatigues. Huh.
Dude, that's him. That is him. That's him off duty going to a movie.
Yeah. Right there. He's going to he's going to a wedding or something like that.
Exactly. He's going to like a dress casual office lunch. He's like, I'm going.
They're like, what are you wearing that for? This is my casual look.
What and casual?
It's Casual Friday.
Giant backpack. He's carrying an 80-pound backpack on too. He had a giant backpack. I remember that figure.
Oh man, that's awesome.
They had some cool ones for sure, but Chuckles.
Chuckles.
I think Snow Job. I think Beachhead is a terrible. I mean, they're all so bad. I mean, there's some bad ones.
There's some bad ones. There we go. That's another episode. 5 worst G.I. Joes ever.
Yes, the best and worst G.I. Joe names.
Yeah.
Here we go. Both of you drop to the soft ground. Your rifles gripped tightly. Your eyes searching the thick foliage. A bird shrieks a warning above your heads, but not as thick as Leatherneck's mustache.
Mustache. Nothing's thicker.
Nothing thicker. You ignore its shrill cry, keeping your eyes straight ahead as the sounds of approaching footsteps grow louder. Suddenly, two figures appear a few yards ahead. Airtight, beachhead, you cry, leaping to your feet. Over here. Where you guys been? Leatherneck demands angrily, his one of two available emotions he has.
Anger and more anger.
Anger and more anger. You stop off at the country club for a swim. Your two comrades, see the guy, he pushes too hard. You know, he has a country club membership. Leatherneck, we know you belong to a country club.
He does. Yeah, there you go.
He does. He has golf tea times.
Yeah. He has his pinky out when he drinks his tea.
Exactly. His pinky's out. When in doubt. Your two comrades walk quickly toward you without replying. Their expressions are grim. Their eyes stare at you strangely. Have they found something up ahead? You guys see anything, you ask? Yeah, I brought you something, Airtight says. It's this! He shows him a action figure of Chuckles.
Look what they did.
They're like, what is that? His name's Chuckles. It's weird.
He shrieks in horror.
He just yells out like a girl scream.
Gerald says the two emotions are anger and rage.
Yeah, those were two available emotions. He pulls back his right arm and brings his fist forward with all his might against your chin.
Ooh.
Oh my gosh. Airtight's punching 9-year-olds.
Call CPS.
Exactly.
All right, 13.
So G.I. Joe endorses knocking out 9-year-olds in the jungles.
The more you know.
That would be great. Like, hey, I found a great G.I. Joe collectible for you. What that was page 13, correct?
Yeah.
I found a great G.I. Joe figure for you. It's Airtight. I don't want Airtight, man. He knocks out 9-year-olds. It's true. You gotta look it up. You stumble backward in pain, too stunned even to utter a cry of protest. The sky spins above your eyes. When you can focus again, you see that Beachhead has swung the butt of his rifle into Leatherneck's stomach, rather than the butt of his body. He's like, I'm gonna hit you with my butt.
Butt attack.
Butt punch. That's a bad G.I. Joe name right there.
Butt punch.
Leatherneck groans and lurches to the ground. What is going on here? Why are your buddies attacking you? You decided there's only one way to find out. Kill your friends. What is a shoot your own adventure?
Well, stab him in the back.
Stab him. You're going to have to defeat them first. Your jaw still throbbing with pain. You spit out a 9-year-old baby tooth. You leap onto Beachhead's back. There's our back counter.
Yeah.
A third back.
Third one.
There.
Yep.
And push him to the ground. He rolls free and dives at you, but he leaps right into your fist. You didn't punch him. He ran into your fist for real.
Yeah, he kept running his face into my fist over and over again.
He just kept doing that over again. You hesitate for a second. You can't believe you're battling your friend. Believe it, kid.
Come on.
But then you let him have it again and again. So at first you're like, I don't know if I can fight a friend. And then you're like, I might just murder him.
Yeah.
just crush his head.
Why stop there?
But then you let him have it again and again. He slumps to the ground, dazed and groaning. Yeah, and the bloodlust has overtaken you.
Where's the chimps?
You turn and see that Leatherneck has managed to subdue Airtight. Airtight's nose is bleeding. Leatherneck appears to be trying to twist his arm off. If he's a G.I. Joe figure, you probably could do that.
You probably could, yeah.
He's trying to break the rubber band that holds his legs on.
Where's the rubber band? He's trying to find the rubber band as he's pulling it.
That was the weirdest agreement they had for those toys back in the 80s.
They did. Yeah.
But how will we hold the legs to the upper body? Should we get like a little pivot ball and socket joint? No, dummy, use rubber bands.
Rubber bands, come on.
I'm a genius.
As he's unwrapping something with rubber bands, he's like, what about this rubber band here? We got
exactly.
a bunch of, I saw these back in the office.
We got? The rubber bands.
Yes.
Airtight, if this is one of your idiot practical jokes, I still ain't gonna say I'm sorry, he growls. Knock it off, you cry, rubbing your aching jaw. What's with you guys anyway? Pardon me. We have not made a choice yet.
No.
You're like, we have. We've chosen to read this book. Though they are beaten, Beachhead and Airtight continue to struggle, and you are forced to tie them up. They pull against the ropes, refusing to answer any of your questions. You get the feeling that you may have to kill your friends, that they don't really recognize you. Have they been brainwashed? I think we have a problem here, you say thoughtfully. Tell me about it, Leatherneck mumbles. They call you Commando because of your ability to act under pressure with lightning speed, and Chuckles was already taken.
Yes.
Now you've got to make a decision about what to do next. How will you deal with this problem and still complete your mission? Should you try to force Beachhead and Airtight to retrace their steps? If you follow them back to where they were scouting, you might find out what happened to them. Or do you think it's smarter to radio the pit at once, let Hawk know what has happened, and ask for reinforcements? Or would it be best to fly your two confused buddies back to the pit for immediate medical care? It's up to you!
Exclamation point. Okay. So
We can let someone choose. We can let the viewers choose here. We just have to basically remove one of the choices.
Yes. So first choice we did last time was page 2. So we'll just take that one off of the options.
Off the table.
Yes.
Doesn't exist. So do we radio the pit for reinforcements? Turn to page 47. Or do we fly Beachhead and Airtight back to the pit? Page 48. There you go. Reinforcements or back to the pit?
Back to the pit with you.
Get to the pit. Which, by the way, if you're going to call it the pit, that sounds oddly snake-like to me.
Oh, you're right.
I'm just saying.
Oh, Paul says number 2, the pit.
Take him to the pit.
Jesse says radio for reinforcements. Al says radio for reinforcements.
Always,
I think we're going for
someone
reinforcements.
Send in Chuckles.
Chuckles, yeah.
Send in Chuckles and Shipwreck, and they'll just make bad jokes and smarmy comments the whole time.
Drop a deuce on them.
So we got
number
Paul
2
coming up with that's the worst G.I. Joe name right there. You call him Deuce. Oh, why? Because he's like a poker player? No, man, he poops off. Oh no.
Oh no.
It's the worst G.I. Joe.
Wouldn't it be ironic if they make him an ape?
Because I throw my poop like a gorilla.
Yeah, girl. So radio for help. So that's page 47.
All right, we're gonna radio for reinforcements.
Yep. So I'll start since you were doing the other ones. This is too weird for us to handle, you tell Leatherneck, trying to force the worry from your voice. We were sent here to do a little scouting, not get involved in any Cobra brainwashing plot. Leatherneck pulls the portable worldwide radio transmitter. Ooh, it's worldwide. Yeah, tactical turds. All right. Hawk'll never believe this one, he mutters, shaking his head. We've got to make him believe it, you say grimly. We need some more men here. The two of us are helpless. Sell it. Especially if we have to keep a close watch on our own buddies. Leatherneck activates the radio transmitter and begins pounding out a coded radio message. He shakes his head. He starts again. You both listen. Silence. The silence is replaced by loud static. Leatherneck tosses the transmitter down into the dirt in disgust. Someone is jamming your signal with a very powerful transmitter. You can't get through to the pit. You are on your own. ... Ooh. All right. We're on our own. Page 76. Not even Chuckles can help us now.
No.
That's how bad it is.
Chuckles is even like, I got nothing here.
Sorry, guys. You guys have had it, Airtight says, still looking dazed. Zartan will be here to rescue us soon. Zartan? What does Cobra's Master of Disguise have to do with us? I like how we have to add that Master of Disguise. He's not just Zartan.
I swear. Yeah. Too bad his steel-thighed jeans give him away.
Give him away, yes.
What's that orphan girl doing wearing Zartan's pants? Yeah. That's Zartan.
That is Zartan. What are you talking about? Let's drag him back into the trees where it's safer, you tell Leatherneck. Maybe they'll snap out of it. Back in Nam, guys would go crazy sometimes, Leatherneck says, dragging Beachhead by the feet. But I never seen anything beat this. Zartan is our leader now, Airtight says quietly. You deposit both of them in the shade of a sprawling old palm tree. Its broad, jagged leaves form a protective umbrella above them. But there's no protection for you on the ground. You turn and see that you are surrounded by Cobra Crimson guards. Turn to page 17.
We had another Backett reference there. So we're on to four backs now. 4 backs.
Oh, man. Oh, good catch. Back to page 17. Speaking of back, not a word is spoken. The Crimson Guard take away your rifles. They drag Airtight and Beachhead to their feet. Then they begin marching the 4 of you through the island forest. Overhead, birds cry in alarm. The orange sun sends rays of blistering heat through the opening between the palm tree fronds. Palm tree fronds?
Yeah.
Okay.
They're called fronds. I know. Fronds. It's a thing.
Okay. You are surrounded by the soldiers. You cannot escape. The trees thin out. You find yourselves walking down a gentle sandy dune. At the bottom of the dune, you see the Pacific. Built right at the water's edge is a long, low building with a dock. A powerboat bearing the Cobra insignia bobs in the water beside the small dock. A tall radio transmitter juts from the flat roof of the building. Several CGs guard the entrance. This is definitely some sort of headquarters, but whose? You don't have to wait long to find out the answer to that question. The CGs push you into a large, low chamber inside the building. Zartan steps into the room, grinning under the black and white makeup that always hides his face. He glances at you quickly and then begins talking to the leader of the CGs. What will you do now? Okay, decision point here. Try to grab a rifle from a CG while Zartan is distracted and fight your way out. Turn to page 20. Wait until you see what Zartan is up to on this island fortress. Turn to page 56. So do we fight our way out, or do we wait? So let us know in the chat what we should do.
I always found Zartan to be one of the more fascinating G.I. Joe figures.
Yeah.
I never had Zartan. For some reason, I had it because his brother and his sister had the same color changing
abilities.
Feature. Remember that?
Yes. Yep.
Put them in the sun and they change color. They turn gray.
That was their little gimmick. Oh, so Paul says wait and see. Gerald says fight. So we're divided so far. So Jesse says fight.
Not anymore. We got 3 fights. 2 fights. Jesse just said it 3 times.
Yeah. Jesse's trying to vote more than once. Jesse's stuffing the ballot box.
I get it.
All right.
Sir,
so
all
grab
your
a rifle.
Yeah, I know.
All right, page 20. That's you, Eddie.
All right, grab a rifle. Page 20. Oh. Zartan. I'm going to read this as dramatically as I can.
Okay.
This is for the best dramatic reading of a G.I. Joe Choose Your Own Adventure book for the podcast awards. Zartan, his dark hair flowing down to his shoulders, has his back to you. Add 1 more back to the counter, please. Ooh. The Crimson Guards seem to relax, having completed their mission by bringing you here. You get Leatherneck's attention and signal with your eyes. This might be a good time to try to free yourselves. He gives you a quick V signal, which makes no sense.
At all.
He's signaling to you that Star Trek V was the best Star Trek, despite what other people have said, being a confusing plot line. You leap forward, reaching for the handle of one of the Crimson Guard's rifles. Stop! A voice calls out. Hands grab you from behind and spin you around before you can grasp the rifle. It is airtight. He lands a solid punch, again with the punching.
Ooh. Yeah, we need a punch counter.
On your jaw, his favorite place to punch.
Yes.
That sends you sprawling to the floor. As you go down, you see that Beachhead has taken Leatherneck by surprise. You have been stopped by your own buddies. They are still loyal to Zartan. Why are all these CGs working for Zartan? What is he doing on this island? And why are your two teammates under his spell? These are questions you will never be able to answer, for Zartan has signaled his loyal troops to finish you off, and they move quickly to obey. There's killing in this book.
Yes. Death. Wow.
We just got murdered.
This is a violent book.
It's a dark book, man. They're just breaking the G.I. Joe rules. They're like, Leatherneck just got killed, and it's going to shoot him in the head, and then you're going to get beat up, and we made reference to Vietnam.
Yeah, I know. It was just pretty dark. 45 pages, changes 3 choices, 5 backs, and a death. Yeah.
Yeah, that should be the title of this episode.
45 changes, 3 choices, and 5 backs,
3
and a death.
5 backs, and a death.
And a death.
It's true. It's true. Ooh, this was actually fun.
That one was pretty good. Yeah.
Lie. This was fun. There's just a lot of that hopping around. It drives me nuts.
Yeah. Yeah. That gimmick.
I think it's fair to say, and I don't know for sure, but I think these maybe have like 10 endings in them, maybe.
Oh, yeah. At the most. I guess I should flip through and find out. But yeah. You'll notice on the later books in the Choose Your Own Adventure series, they quit putting the number of endings on the front because they were having a harder and harder time getting high number of endings on the books later.
Oh, yeah. I mean, there was books that had like almost wasn't the one that had 30 endings?
44 is the most.
44 endings.
44 endings.
See, I think that you got to stick with it. I think honestly, if I was to ever do this, like for real, if we had a company and we're making Choose Your Own Adventure books, I'm like, here's the deal: no less than 40 endings.
Wow!
Like, we are sticking to that number.
Yeah. Yeah,
and you're gonna get, we got those trash, just like the last one. We got those trash endings where you're like, turn left. Oh, you walked off a cliff. Oh, man.
Oh, okay. Yeah, and there's nothing wrong with having maybe those kind of, I guess, dumb endings, but you sprinkle in 5 or 6 really good ones, and
Yeah. If you had 40 endings, I would say, right down the middle, 20 and 20. 10 of those are gonna be totally dumb. 10 are gonna be like, oh, okay. 10 really good endings, and then 10 like totally tragic. Like you die, a quarter of them is you dying, or maybe half of them if you're Al.
Yeah,
he wants to see.
that's
Al's Choose
Your Own Adventure. Like everybody dies. All 44 endings, death.
It's all death. Oops, all death.
Oops, you're dead. That would be the title. Oops, you're dead.
Not a great ending, but also definitely an ending. So you can't say we didn't give you an ending on that one.
Yeah. That's the You Choose podcast, everybody. And we really love having everybody. You gave up. You have a popsicle and call it a day, and you have a computer head. Yeah.
That was a real ending one time.
Yes. Flash here. That's our flashback. Go back to our old episode, and I think it was Supercomputer, where we got a computer planted into our head. And we had homecoming the next day or something like that.
Yeah, Macho Man has a pretty firm stance on how he feels about computer heads.
Oh, yeah!
He's pro. He loves them. They're great.
Yeah. He's pro computers.
You don't got to wear hats. You don't got to comb your hair.
You always ace the math test. Yeah. You never fail math.
No, ever. But what we didn't fail to do tonight is to not die. So we didn't die on the one time, and we definitely died the second time.
Yes.
Yeah. So I guess thank you all for joining us on this excellent, great daylight savings.
Yeah. We fell back.
Uchoosepodcast.
Yes. And you can go to uchoosepodcast.com, listen to all those past episodes, and find out how we got a computer planted into our head, and find out if we ever became a shark.
One day we got to revisit that book.
We won't tell the answer though. We don't want to spoil it for you. But
You'll never beat a shark. We will also look into that Choose Your Own Adventure book for Stranger Things. That'd be kind of fun to do a live read with that book.
yeah. Yeah. Well, yeah, you can reach out to us and let us know of any other books you can think of that are choose your own adventure books or choose your own adventure adjacent, like the G.I. Joe ones, and we'll check them out. So, all
Yo,
right.
Joe.
Yo, Joe.
Yo, Joe.
All right. Well, thank you, everybody. We really appreciate it. And until next time, you choose the adventure. See you, everybody.
Good night, everybody.
Remember, they used to always advertise that like in stereo or in color.
In stereo, filmed in front of a live studio audience. This is where you are the student audience.
Yeah. And unlike a sitcom in the 80s, you get to participate.
Yeah. Unlike, you could scream at the TV all you wanted. They did have that one show. I'm trying to remember. What was it called? Was it not Captain Power? No, it was Captain Power.
What? Captain Power. I'm trying to think.
I think it was Captain Power, where you had the toys and they would interact with the TV show.
What? I'll have to look that up.
And you can shoot at enemies. Jesse can count. I think it was Captain Power, where it was you could it was basically action figures, and you put them inside a spaceship, and you could pull the trigger on the spaceship, and it would shoot laser. It was basically like Duck Hunt, but with a live action TV show.
Whoa.
And the bad guys have a giant target on their chest, and they'd be like, "Oh, you can't get me, Captain Power," and you'd be like, "I got another thing coming." Yeah, see, Al knows.
Al knows Captain Power. This must have been
Power.
Early 90s, I'm guessing.
No, not 90s. This is still smack square dab in the 80s. I'm trying to think. It was probably 1986, 87.
Okay.
You're looking this up, aren't you?
Yeah, I have to now.
Captain Power. Heck, you look that up. I'll fire up a freaking.
Was that a Saturday morning cartoon?
It was, and you could buy the tapes too.
Captain Power and the Soldiers of the Future. Science fiction action television series merging live action and animation based on computer generated images. Okay. And a toy, of course, a toy line. I mean, you can't have a TV show without a toy line. J. Michael Straczynski, he did a lot of comics later in the 90s.
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah, it was
interesting.
Amazing. And the idea of it was that you could buy these toys, but they would shoot a light beam at the TV, and somehow through the power of magical 1980s technology. Yeah, it was late 80s. It was probably from 80. Did your thing show you when that was? Here, I'll look here real quick. This is the fun part of You Choose here. This is the
live 87. So September 87 to March 88.
Yeah, it didn't last long.
No, 22 episodes.
Yeah. Now you could buy the tapes. That was a big one. Yeah, they were like, "We're buying the tapes, kids." And then it was a whole thing, but I mean, it was something else. I mean, it was definitely cutting edge. Like you had a TV show where the bad guys could literally shoot back at you.
Oh, interactive television. Interactive television. In the 80s, folks. That's so cool.
We're kind of like that. Like Al said, it's laser tag with your TV.
Yes. So this is interactive TV in 2023.
Well, I'll tell you what, my grandma played real tag with the TV with us when a kid. If you misbehave, she'd be throwing that thing at you. She'd just pick it up.
You went through a lot of TVs at your grandma's house. It's out back. It's like a pile of TVs.
She did some pile of TVs with Eddie head-sized holes in the screen.
You don't want to get hit with what? These aren't flat screens like today, man. A 20-inch TV would weigh 200 pounds.
We joked about how thick and that glass was on those TVs. I remember coming across one. You were a kid of the 80s when you rolled across a junkyard, or the neighborhood trash pile or whatever, and there was a TV sitting in a junkyard area, and we were trying to break it with rocks. We're like, throw another rock at it, and it would never break.
It would never break. Yeah,
that glass, man. That glass was probably used for shuttle re-entry from space. Just that glass is not What we're waiting for is the comments. It was the glass used in the lenses of my reading glasses.
Or we could put this in a nuclear sub and go 1,000 feet underwater and still be fine.
Oh yeah, that's some Nautilus glass. That's some 20,000 leagues under the sea.
Yeah.
Those bubble windows.
James Cameron would call you up and say, "Hey Eddie, we need to go down to the Titanic. You got a spare TV down there we can just borrow some glass from?"
Exactly. Can you pop one of your glass lenses out and we can use that for the submarine, for the Nautilus?
Yes, the Nautilus.
Well, speaking of going under the sea, we got the Phantom Submarine, the lesser known Beatles song. We all live in a Phantom submarine.
Al's back problems stem from moving TVs for friends in his 20s. Yeah, no kidding.
You know, our back problems started in the 80s when we were lugging around those heavy TVs, and our back problems persist now as we lug around the boomers on our backs.
Yeah.
That's your generational humor for tonight.
Yes.